Happy anniversary, my friend.
Happy anniversary. We've been doing this for a year.
A year, yeah. Um, so I think this show should just be like where we've been, where we want to go.
I'm so in.
So like
Let's
how we've I think we should just start. So I'm Adam.
I'm Nicholas.
Welcome to
We're
the
the other
1 year
fellas.
show of Other Fellows. Like it's been since October
1
28th,
year ago.
No Time to Die's release. We decided to hop on a Zoom
Mhm.
and start
Remember
recording.
that movie, guys? Remember we had a Bond movie in theaters? Oh,
Well, to that, um, this year I've been on a crusade, at least during the 60th, like during 2022, to get Bond films on the big screen in America, at least here in Portland, where I live.
yes.
Um, I've made a little bit of headway with the theater. So, but here's the catch. So I might need your help on this.
Okay,
There's a
let's
theater
do it.
called the Clinton Street Theater. It's very small, it's very cool, like very small little art house theater. They do like Rocky Horror every Saturday and stuff like that. But I tried the big Revival House, which is the Hollywood theater, to no avail. The owner was just like, oh, that sounds cool. Then nothing. There's a couple other Revival houses that just are showing, like, they don't get it. Like, they show all genres of Revival, and I'm like, here's a 25 film series that's almost a genre into itself. So it's like, okay, you have horror, kung fu, exploitation, whatever. Not one James Bond movie on its 60th anniversary.
Surely you could just do Live and Let Die and Man for Golden Gun. Those hit half of those categories.
Right. And the Hollywood did Live and Let Die about 12 years ago. And that was the last time a James Bond film has been shown on the big screen. That wasn't new. And we had Dr. No. That was a Fathom event.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whatever. And then so this place, the Clinton Street, I went and saw Vampire's Kiss last weekend.
Oh, very nice.
The Nicolas Cage 80s classic.
Oh yeah, no, I know the movie.
Very, very good for Halloween times. And as I'm just leaving the theater, I'm just going to the concession stand. I'm just like, Bond. What would it take to get a Bond here? The mini festival, even just one, I don't care. They gave me the email to the owner, and the owner responded right away.
Oh,
and
wow.
he's like, well, we're full for the rest of the year. And I looked on like their calendar, they certainly are. What about next year in 2023? Now we get asterisk the 60th anniversary of James Bond. James Bond did not hit the big screen in America until 1960.
Until 63.
Yes.
Yes.
So it could still count for the 60th anniversary. He was like,
a festival,
all of them, but what about like 4 or 5 of them? And I'm like,
a mini
all right.
festival, maybe with a host, a certain someone who might be another fellow in a tuxedo.
Yeah. I've got a good Bond collection of stuff I could put out in the lobby and all that fun stuff.
Trivia, pub nights, sing-alongs, all the fun stuff you need for a Bond. We could do it.
Live and Let Die sing along. But
then you hit your best Simon Le Bon high note on View to a Kill.
One Bond per Bond. One Connery, one more. Well, obviously Lazenby, one Dalton, Brosnan. And I told her, like, if you don't want to do Daniel Craig, that's okay, because it's like so recent.
Yes.
And like they're not played to death, but they're always on Netflix or a streamer. Like the Craigs are always around.
Clearly, if a Brosnan film has to be Die Another Day. Clearly.
Because yes. Yeah. But if you have the chance, like, what are you gonna do? Die Another Day, or you're gonna do Goldeneye?
Goldeneye?
Yeah, that's my thought. And I want to do License to Kill.
Because I feel like I'm thinking about how a second video of all time was us reevaluating Die Another Day.
Evaluating. I still like it.
I don't hate it. It's just a mess. But yeah, I mean, it's funny when we started this show, we kind of like we were looking for ways to talk about Bond. We were all excited about No Time to Die. We wanted to talk about this stuff, and we kind of ended up going down rabbit holes, Christmas shopping, weird events, and that's been great. Our various rants about the 60th, which turned out to be correct. We were right, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But going into next year, I think we could do some fun stuff. We have some fun. The world's still a mess, but it's things maybe get less slightly messy. We're going out to things where we got some cool museum shows, things that we're going to and filming. So we have some cool stuff coming the way. We want to do more.
Yeah.
I want to do more.
I'm hoping that like that Bond and Motion thing comes to Portland too. Like it
You
is a
love
traveling thing, right?
Yeah, it was it's been a few places. I think they have two different ones. Like
Okay.
one was in Europe and one's in America touring, which is
Gotcha.
weird because the cars look very like limited. So I'm like, how do you have two of the identical? Like they have the Aston from the opening of Quantum of Solace. It's all shot up and bullet ridden. It's just like you have two of those. Okay.
I mean, in production, yeah, you're probably gonna need to. Like there's a
Details.
hero and then like a one that drives or
Done.
one that doesn't
Yeah.
drive or I want to know who bought that Aston Martin in the auction. It's all
And
like
will they let us drive it?
Yeah.
Could you just imagine that's 2023 hour fellas? We track down these people and let them and we get them to let us hang out this stuff.
Oh, please. Yeah, I mean, I saw an Aston when I was in France, and it's like seeing a celebrity. It's like a celebrity set. You get nervous approaching it. I don't care about the owner. I could talk to the owner all day and whatever, but like the car, I'm nervous around it.
So let me ask you this then, since we are 1 year into this, what's been some of the favorite videos we've done? What was your favorite?
I always point to the shopping ones, to the shopping guides, because I like lighting up the products that Eon decides to give us. Like, I mean, I'm just
gonna give that lighter shit for the rest of my life. The solid gold lighter.
That, and I'll always say, I mean, so it's limited edition of 7, and if you don't get 1 or 7, then what's the point?
Oh, I got number 4. Great. Woo.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot cooler if it was 007.
Yeah.
So the shopping guides are definitely up there for me. Just because Eon is so baffling. Like what the stuff that they allow and the stuff they don't allow. Like I'm really surprised. Like, and I think about this, every time. I was just in like Kohl's recently, and just seeing all the licensed shirts they had, and like pretty much everything is represented.
Yeah.
But
everything is. We chose a fandom that is both amazing because there's 25 films and all these books and all these wonderful video games and all this other cultural stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like what we actually get out of it is whatever.
I mean, it's really random. I mean, there was a time when we were getting regular video games.
Yeah. Maybe that's something we'll get in 2023. An update on that one game. We'll get more of the 007 comic.
Oh, yeah.
Theoretically, possibly, maybe a casting announcement. Maybe.
I think it could. I think.
I mean, that's probably the one big news, that Henry Cavill was pretty much ruled out as Bond since he's going back to be Superman.
Right. And even if he wasn't playing Superman, I wouldn't want to be Bond. Dude, you can't be everything. You can't be James Bond and Superman. You gotta leave for somebody else.
Fantasy spies, superheroes. You can't do it all. No. Who do we got? Who could do it? No one else could do it. But we'll see. I mean, like I don't want to say no. Say it. I'm disappointed this year. It's been we've been great. We've been great. This show's been awesome. What we've gotten has been less than great.
And I mean, I gotta give it up for the rest of the Bond community. I mean, there's always when there isn't content, we'll make it ourselves. And not that like we will make James Bond stuff like stories or little films or something. No, like just other celebration stuff. Like just even if it's a fan going around to like locations, like we did it with France. We did it with Monaco. But
which was incredible. And I want to give a shout out first off. One, anyone who's watched us and watched the show is watching this right now. Thank you guys so much. Everyone who's been supportive of us, Roland, Thomas, David, everybody who's been watching us, we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Really want to give a shout out to some of the people who's been doing cool stuff. Licensed Queer has been doing amazing stuff. The Roger Moore, Roger for UNICEF. Fleming Never Dies, Thomas, his podcast on British culture. It's been wonderful. Exploring Bond's retirement reading. Like, there's really cool stuff. And we're glad to be a part of that.
Absolutely. And like, I
And
mean,
it gives
any
us an
kind of
excuse to nerd out and drink.
Bond, every single Bond aspect is represented very well, by someone in the Bond community. Like, I'd like to joke that ours is for the person that's seen everything else. Here we are.
I like to say we're the fans who love this stuff and maybe not are the brands guys.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of brand stuff. And I don't know if it's are the brands now caught on and are now like pushing for it, or is there just more stuff?
It does feel like once we hit October, that's when everything actually came out, all the big anniversary stuff, which
Oh
we kind
yeah.
of talked about this like and Peel, Oliver Brown, all those things, which again, great companies, cool stuff. It's always funny to me because like they have maybe like one or two items in one Bond film, and they're like now the big Bond brands.
Yeah, I think it's
Like, you
cool.
know, oh, I'm here for it. Embrace it. Go wild. If we could get, I don't know, like what some whoever made like the glassware in Quantum Solace and like a whole Bond line of martini glasses or something, you know, like give us that. Go wild. Give
Yeah.
me the guys who made the card chips in Casino. You know what I'm trying to say.
And that's the kind of best fandom to me, is they're useful items. You know, it's clothing, it's stemware, it's luggage, cars, you know. You can get Baby Yoda on hand sanitizer. But Bond stuff, I mean, I guess that is a useful product, so it's kind of a bad
Okay,
example.
okay, yes. Wash your hands, cleanliness.
Stay sanitized, stay safe. If Baby Yoda's the one that gets you to do it, then great. But every other fandom has a bajillion things. Bond, at least respect for Eon that they're very selective.
It's selective, although I will question some decisions.
Yes.
But
although, I mean, I do love that they go all baller out with like a hat company.
Yes.
They're like,
and as much as I will not that, if they want to give us one of those hats, if people want to get us those hats, let us try it on. We're not the brand people, but we will become the brand people.
I will become a top hat man. I'll bring it back myself. I live in Portland. It's hipster enough.
Yeah. Will I melt in a lot of sweaters in Los Angeles weather? Sure. But does NPO want to send me some like, you know, nice cashmere? I'm so game. Let's do it.
Oh, totally.
I want to try even the brown and orange Lazenby look. I'll do it.
Oh, you know what's sexy is that who is it? I think it's NPO. The man with the golden gun coat.
Oh, the checked.
Yeah. Like,
I cannot believe they made that.
These are people that like these designers. I'm just like, you would be my friend. Like, because you have to go through these movies. Like, what should we do? Well, how about the Phuket suit jacket?
You said it's the best fandom and the strangest fandom because it's the best thing about this. And I think what I've really enjoyed talking to everyone, you know, meeting up with some of the Bond people when they were in LA for stuff. It's just we see it, you know. Mm-hmm. I can talk to you about a plaid suit jacket and we both like cackle because we like that outfit, that scene, that whole stuff.
Yeah.
It's been fun, especially like now that No Time to Die. We started this because we all hyped up on No Time to Die, right? We were all excited for this. We wanted to talk, and then that movie came. It went. People are super divided on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, fight in the comments below. But now we're 60th. 60th is almost done, and everyone's still here, still talking, still making videos, podcast posts, traveling. It's delightful. It never ends.
I mean, yeah, I was a follower of Bond community things for, you know, a number of years. So it's probably like Quantum, but then didn't become active in it until pandemic because like we're just sitting around watching YouTube all day. And I think No Time to Die set a momentum where like the movie kept getting delayed. So we're just going to talk about everything else that we can talk about until this freaking movie comes out. And I appreciate
was ever to come out ever.
The Bond films for me they're just so much fun to follow because I don't know, like I mean, there seemed to be a little more access to it as they're being made. It's not like Star Wars where everything's like really wrapped in secrecy and like the cast and the director and the DPs and all of it, they're not on social media just like give
they're
you
running around in
it.
like the weird sort of like rain trash coat, like cover up stuff.
Yeah, like
Meanwhile, like Bond's running around like all the fancy outfits, just like, oh, it's this brand. Like,
or like they're in this
we know
location.
where they're shooting. We know they do these fun location videos. There was that, time of day was that wonderful behind the scenes video in Jamaica, right? Which really everyone got excited over.
Oh, I loved that. That was the video to assure people the movie wasn't a huge mess behind the
Yes.
scenes, because everyone was like, "What the hell?" Terry
So
Fugnani's
they're
just
messing
playing
other
video
ways.
games. What a year for him. Shit has changed quickly. I think he was my uh choice to be the director of the next one. Well, that's not going to happen now. Uh, so
To be
now
fair, we also
I
thought the
heard,
next one would be coming a lot sooner than it apparently is.
yeah, when I heard like Park Chan Wook put his name in the, like he's like, I really want to do a Bond.
Yes, please. Yes, Eon.
I think that, I mean, looking forward and like, how the Broccoli's they're trying to come up with the next film, and there's all these directors who want to do it.
Yeah.
I think let him, like, Christopher Nolan said he wants to do one. Like, why can't it could be an auteur, kind of like what Mission Impossible wanted to be and then stopped. Like
Yes.
each film was its own vibe from the director.
Well, but one concern I have is that was apparently what the Danny Boyle Bond 25 was going to be. A
Mm.
much more, not stylized in a sense like John Woo Disturbed Doves, but like a very, character driven, more minimalist type thing, which I wish to watch,
Oh
Heartbeat
yeah.
again. I was excited for Boyle doing Bond and like crazy, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still watch it. I mean, again, just make 3 back to back to back. I mean,
Yeah.
we know, okay, we know a few things going forward, which is exciting for us in our year 2 of The Everfellas. We know
Mm-hmm.
new stuff is on the horizon. We know they're not going to cast anyone above their mid 30s right now for Bond,
Right.
which means Idris Elba, Luke Evans, Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, all those guys gone.
Mm-hmm.
We know he's going to be serving His Majesty's Secret Service going forward, unless something drastically changes in
And
the
I think,
next few years of the British Empire.
yeah,
Sorry, Brits.
but just to add
Uh,
just to that point, it's a very different England than maybe the Skyfall England. I mean, it's
yeah.
been, you've had Brexit, you've had Parliament has just been nuts this year.
I'm not going to say who Prime Minister is right now because it may change by the time this comes out.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably get this up later this week, but who knows what could happen.
I'm not a gambling man that much, but I'm sure the odds are pretty much against the current incumbent, who's going to probably be a new incumbent for the next time this comes out. You know what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
And
see. And
I think there's,
it's
and then
exciting.
the Queen dying, I think that's a huge, I would like to see the English reflection on that through Bond. I think that'd be really important, very cool. Kind of like how the fall of the Soviet Union was reflected and like the tonal shift in GoldenEye.
Oh,
I think we're
my
due
goodness.
for that.
Yeah,
I think
I
it
mean,
would help the creative process for Eon. It's like I have a Bond
there's nothing saying they can't do a timely thing like GoldenEye, where like the pre-title sequences during Her Majesty's reign, and then like the post-title sequences like a time skip or something.
right.
Especially because, as we know, there's going to be a new continuity. It's not like, because Bond got, spoilers to anyone listening, blown the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
We can't continue that time frame, so we can do a fresh one.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for us to do more stuff in year 2.
Mm-hmm.
Finally a live show. Live is in you and me in the same place. That will happen.
Yeah. If this Clinton Street thing comes around, you got to come up.
In a heartbeat, trust me, that's happening. I will. Viewers, friends, Romans, countrymen, there's going to be some amazing, if that happens, we're going to do so many videos, so many fun live streams, cocktail parties. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Going back to that real quick,
Please.
the lineup that I sent him, Goldfinger, On Her Majesty's, of course, because it's the only one, A View to a Kill, License to Kill,
Okay.
GoldenEye. One, I want to see them.
Yes.
And I feel like for the general audience, they're the most crowd pleasing. Like,
Yeah.
I think people will, it'll be good to watch with a crowd to see how they react to all the very dated, very funny License to Kill and A View to a Kill beats. And
I
Goldfinger
mean,
is
listen,
a classic. I want to hear the John Barry score in a big theater. I've never done that.
I would love it so much. Actually, I have heard it in a big theater once. Same time I heard V Majesty's score in the big theater, and I have to tell you, when the Bond theme kicks in at the end of Majesty's and they're storming the mountaintop layer in a theater, most amazing thing.
Yeah.
I also really, really want to see an audience react to Duran Duran, to Grace Jones, and of course, when we get to License to Kill, the all-time greatest. Don't you want to know why? And right before he takes out the villain, best moment. Yeah.
And then also looking at like just through message board posts or Twitter, people who were in England watching the revivals, how what they were saying, like, oh, this one, like License to Kill in particular, like played really well in a theater with a bunch of people. Then there was some like Spy Who Loved Me didn't really play that well because it's kind of a slower movie.
Yeah.
But like, I just thought it was really interesting. Like, I don't have 3 weeks, so we can't do Thunderball. I'm not sitting in a theater for 3 weeks.
No. Instead, you might just go to the Bahamas instead.
Yeah. I'll visit the locations.
We'll do that. We'll drink on the beach and not deal with near nuclear disaster. Well, it's 2022 right now. 2020. You never know. You never know, friends.
That's another thing that the Bond films can
capitalize on.
In a sense, I mean, just not necessarily something pointed at Russia or Ukraine, but Europe is now in the game again. Like, Europe is now a war zone.
Yeah, the time of peace of Europe has passed.
Yeah, and I think that's something.
Now is the age of chaos. Spies. It's on again, which is exciting and exciting for us. And we've done this for a year, and we're still enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it. It's like,
I'm loving it
for you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep going.
Like, our fantasies about what Bond 26 could be, just over this year, has completely changed because of the world around us.
Yeah.
And like when people complain, I get it. I totally understand. Like, Eon, make decisions, do things, but like, I think I'd said before or something to this effect of like, this is the first time in a long time they've had to force it, where the next thing just wasn't on the horizon. Like, Pierce Brosnan was already there, Daniel Craig, and things presented themselves, like getting the rights back to Casino Royale, so it made it very obvious, like, okay, we should do this one. But now
we're going to dump a giant truck of money in front of Sean Connery's lawn.
Right. Yeah. This is the time where it's like, there's no obvious book or storyline, no Bond that's even obvious. But I do think that these world events are kind of presenting where the series should be going and like what it can reflect. So
yeah, it's exciting times. And
trying to make lemonade out of terrible things that are happening in England and around the world, but
you're more optimistic than I am. I'm trying not to make the most dark joke possible or darkest comments. But the good news is, until we get these things, there's still many Bond community events. There's still many more things, not movies, on the horizon. We do have a video game. We got the comics. We got more books coming. Kim Sherwood stuff. Cannot wait to read that. Hopefully more gatherings. I know there's a lot of East Coast stuff. And to all of you on the East Coast, jealous. To all of you in the UK has been seeing the movies. Happy for you. Jealous. But we on the West Coast, the other fellows, in our second year, we're going to be back. We're going to do more stuff. We will return.
Be nice to
we have some cool things on the horizon.
Mississippi people, come on.
Come out to our side. Come out to our side of the country. We'll have an event. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Come on. We'll go to San Francisco and yell at Christopher Walken. It'd be fantastic.
I was there. Yeah. The San Francisco City Hall. Had to have a moment, but
sure.
It's a View to a Kill. It's the best.
You got it. But no, really, as we head into our second year, we want to thank you all for watching. This has been just super fun. Adam's a friend. Find us as a way to like hang out with him regularly, even though we're in different states, different cities. It's fun, and we're glad you guys are watching.
Yeah,
And hopefully we get better
we're not
news.
here for fortune and glory. We're here just for Bond love and to geek out and hope that you enjoy what you're seeing and hearing, and interact. All the interactions we've had with people on the internet. You guys have all been great. You guys have all been very supportive and cool. And usually when someone messages us, it opens up another avenue of like, oh, well, what does this person do? They're into this. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And that has cool. Never ended. That is, every day has been some new friend that we found in this.
We want to hang out with. We want to do a marathon of movies, which we want to, and like we in 2023, we'd like to do that. So you never know what's going to happen. We'll see.
I know that License to Queer is going to do another event. We're definitely going to do that one. And now since Amazon Prime is global with Bond,
yes,
we do the real watch-alongs.
Yes. So we have some cool stuff in the horizon. We got some museum tours. We got some location stuff, some more discussions on some bigger topics. We also have these watch-alongs, and we're going to organize that. We'll let you guys know in advance. Maybe we'll do one film of each actor.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for one of those actors, and then we will we'll join you. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun event, guys.
Yeah. I know one thing I definitely want to do. I saw this yesterday. Billy's Bond art is coming out with a book. Yeah. So I want to get a real deep dive into that.
Oh yes.
That's one of those.
We have to talk about the other fellas, the movie, the documentary about guys named James Bond.
Oh my god, yeah. Is that an official Eon thing?
No, I think it was I don't know the American distribution, but it's an Australian movie documentary. It just came out.
Oh,
so we'll do that. We gotta talk about all the books coming out. I'll happily read anything Kim Sherwood writes. I just gotta get to it. I'm behind on books. Yeah. It's a fun life. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do some cool stuff.
And in no time, I'm sure there will be holiday presents that 007.com will have, and we'll have another roast.
Oh, I cannot wait. To buy a $5,000 replica of something Safin had in the back of his weird lair.
A real poison garden.
And this time, you can actually make it plot relevant.
Yeah. Oh boy. I'm really digging the 1 year reflections on No Time to Die and like how it's kind of. But then I'm also seeing like Bond fans gonna eat their words like they always do, because there's like Die Another Day, ew, and then it's like No Time to Die, ew, while like Die Another Day is like, oh, we like this now. And I'm like, I'm waiting for the No Time to Die resurgence where it's like, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe it was kind of cool that they kind of.
I'll stand by that. Like the direction, acting, production design is beautiful. It's just the script is a mess. Is what it wants to do.
Yeah, and I'll defend the ending just by I appreciate that the filmmakers were like, we can't go back to this now. This is a well we can't draw from. They scorched the earth. They have to start new. They have to like have new great ideas, and we can't like, even if like at a wild hair, like, all right, let's just pay Daniel Craig $100 million to do just one more. You can't now.
Daniel Craig with some like Knives Out 4. He's like, now I'm good.
Oh yeah, no, I mean he's got another iconic character now. I'm super stoked. That's gonna be great. I would love to do an episode. Let's watch the new Knives Out.
I'm seeing it in theaters in November.
Oh sweet.
Okay.
Awesome.
Draft House. They did a week in advance. Will I possibly show up in that weird safari suit he wears in the thing? Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
I think it should happen.
But we will keep you guys informed, and we'll thank you guys for watching. And thank you for giving these other fellas a chance.
Yeah. And the other fellows return.
Yes. I'm Nicholas.
I'm Adam.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.